everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're not following me, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also make sure to like this video if you think it's funny and give me a comment. Anyways, today we have another story time, and this story time is about how my tire popped on the freeway. So lately I've been having some really bad luck, but at the same time it's that type of luck that could be worse, so I'm still trying to be thankful. Anyways, so 2 days ago, I decided that I was going to go back up to my old school and volunteer because I do like volunteering and I haven't had too much time to do so lately. So I figured, okay, I have a free day, I'm going to go ahead and take the hour drive and go volunteer, right? So I'm on my way and I'm not quite on the freeway yet, but then as I go over like a little bump in the road, I'm like, man, these roads are really bad. Like, why is it making such a loud noise? But anyways, I was like, whatever, like their roads just need some help, that's not anything I could do. Anyways, so I get on the freeway and then my tire pressure light comes on and then it says tire pressure low, and I didn't think anything of it because for a while my tire had been saying that even though it wasn't low, so I was like, oh, it's just another glitch. Anyways, I just kept on driving and then I merged, to get in the faster lane, and I was like, wait a minute, why is it making such a loud noise? Like, it's the type of noise when you merge, it's like, pop. Like, I was like, is this in my head? Did I go over a rock? Like, I really don't know what's going on. But you know me, I was like, well, I'm gonna get where I'm going. Like, no big deal. So I know this is dumb, but I'm like, let me just turn up my music a little bit and ignore it. But it kind of got to a point where it's not something I can ignore. So I called my uncle and he didn't answer the first time. So I was like, okay, no problem. So I called my mom, and then I don't know what I thought she was gonna tell me because we're not like car people. But then she's like, okay, well, be careful, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I get off the phone with her, and then I call my uncle again, and I'm telling him what's happening. He's like, you probably have a hole in your tire. Now, at this point, I'm only like 20 minutes away from where I'm trying to go. So I'm like, okay, well, let me just get there. Like, I'm not going to pull over because I'll just get to where I'm going. I'm not trying to pull over on the freeway, make a big scene type of thing. So I keep driving. I hear the pop. Next thing you know, I start to smell rubber, and the car is like vibrating. So I'm like, dang, I need to pull over. So I pull over to the side of the freeway, and then I put my hazard lights on, and then I'm sitting there. And I call my uncle, and I'm like, look, I had to pull over. Like, this was too much for me to handle. So I call the insurance people. They call me back, and they're like, where are you? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what city I'm in. I just know, like, I'm on the freeway. Anyways, they're like, okay, well, it's going to take us 60 minutes to get someone here. I'm like, 60 minutes? Like, you expect me to be sitting on the side of the freeway for 60 minutes? So anyways, like, after they heard the oration in my voice, they're like, okay, we'll try to get someone out here sooner. Anyways, I call my mom, because I'm like, damn, this, like, really sucks. So then, I'm on the phone with her, and then all of a sudden I see this guy walking towards me. I'm like, uh-oh, like, am I about to be in, like, a horror movie? Anyways, I'm like, okay, let me call you back. And then he's like, oh, I'm from the free CHP roadside assistance unit or whatever. And I checked out the little brochure. It looked legit. He's like, I could just fix your tire. And, I mean, it could be sketchy, but I'm pretty sure I've heard of these people before. They helped when my friend got a flat one time. So I was like, okay. She's like, lifting up the tire or whatever they do. I'm just sitting in the car. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get on the road to where I'm going. And he's like, oh, do you have the little, I forgot what it's called, little toolkit? And I was like, huh? He's like, oh, there's like a little black bag and it has like these tools in it, and that's what I need to fix the car. And I'm like, ooh. So, as you guys know, I just moved to San Francisco, and everyone, like my family, my new neighbors, they're like, yeah, like, if you want to make sure that no one's going to break into your car, just make sure you don't have anything in there. Take everything out. So me, I'm trying to be a good noodle, a good Samaritan or whatever. So I take everything out of my car, including the little toolkit, because I didn't know what that was. No one told me. I'm not a car person. So I'm like, oh, like, I don't have that in here. I took everything out of my car. And he's like, well, there's really no way I could fix the car. So next thing you know, instead of me just being able to get a flat tire fixed, they have to tow the car. So he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. And then he leaves, and the next thing you know, there's a police officer pulling up. And I'm like, oh. So then I forgot that I'm black, I guess, because once she started walking toward me, I'm like, oh, okay. So I get out the car. She's like, and I'm like, oh, right, I'm black. Like, I can't just be getting out the car when there's a police officer. Like, I'm lucky nothing happened. So then she's like, yeah, it's just dangerous. Like, you shouldn't be walking on the freeway. And I was like, oh, for sure. So then she's like, I don't really feel like it's safe for you to be out here, but I can't wait like the hour that's gonna take. So I'm gonna call my own tow truck. So then they tow me off the freeway, but then I'm like, why don't you just tow me to the tire place? So they tow me off the freeway, and then once I get there, I have to wait for another tow another tow company to come. So I'm like, couldn't we have cut out the middleman and you just tow me to the tire place? Do you get what I mean? Like, why a tow and then another tow? I was like, whatever, though, I'm gonna just go with it. So anyways, I go to the car place, I explain what's going on, and then the guy starts speaking to me in mechanic talk, and I have no clue what he's talking about. So I have to get it translated, and I just don't understand. Anyways, he's able to temporarily like rig my tire back on there because it was completely popped. There was a nail in it. And then I had to go drive back home and then drive all the way there and drive back home again. So it was just so much back and forth. So the moral of the story is sometimes you want to be a good Samaritan and do the Lord's work and go volunteer, but sometimes God has other plans for you, and you should have stayed home, because if I would have stayed home, maybe I never would have got that nail in my tire. Like, I had not driven my car like that whole week, and the day I drive it, I get a nail. Like, really? Unless someone's plotting against me. So that's a moral of the story. The other moral of the story is, don't take things so literally. If someone says take everything out your car, maybe they don't mean everything. Maybe you should keep like the little toolkit that comes with the car. I guess that does have a point. I didn't know what it was, so I took it out, but like, maybe go ahead and keep that in there. And the other moral of the story is, and I think this is the most important part, is be thankful, because I was like, dang, like, why did stuff like this happen to me? I'm like, I'm a good person. Like, why did I have to get this flat tire and like kind of mess up the day? But then I saw another car on the freeway completely smashed up. Like, I don't know what happened. I was like, dang, that could have been me. So, you know, I'm out some money from getting a new tire. I'm out some time, but I'm not hurt. My car is not injured, and I'm thankful. I'm happy, healthy, and thriving. So just remember to be thankful, and don't let the small stuff get to you. Like, if I let the small stuff get to me, I would have went nuts by now. Alright, well anyways, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Share this video if you thought it was interesting or funny. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.